Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sansomi. And time for another Welling save. Interesting one. Might be the last one of this season. Might not. It depends on where we are after 4 games. If we are outside of the playoff situation, we will play that 5th and last game as well. If we're in a playoff, we will not play that game and we will save it to the playoff. There will be a last episode after that then. So, but we're going to face off against Oldham today, away. But before we do that, there's been a couple of players that I felt was strange. They didn't develop, like Luke Collins and stuff like that. And I went in here on Dev Center and read when he was up here. And now it says could become a star player and potentially better than Paris Mahoma. Before, there stood that he should be trained fully or something like that. And I wonder, why doesn't he train fully then? And I went in on him and his contract was a part-time contract. So that might have been a very big part why this player hasn't developed in the way that I was hoping. I had high hopes for this one, but haven't felt that he's been developing like I wanted him to. And the same goes for Stuart Blackett. So I now have signed a new contract with him as well. And there's been 1 or 2 other players that had the same situation where I just felt I've been wondering why they didn't develop at all. So I guess if you have them on a part-time contract, they don't follow you into the full-time training. Now, one of the players that I don't care about it is Tommy Woods. His contract runs out this summer, so I didn't bother try to negotiate a new contract with him, and instead let him leave after this season. And the reason is not that I don't think he's talented. The thing that I think is that he's too old to get to the development that he might have had. So I just gave up on him. But yeah. I've actually tried to sign a new contract. Let's see, who was it among the... Yeah, Krista With had a part-time contract as well. So I'm trying to sign the new contract with him as well, because he's training very well. He's out on loan. Hopefully he will be getting a work permit eventually. But yeah. Hopefully, at least we can have one of those players. We're going to get rid of the other ones, like Matt Bidstrup. I think he's done his part. If I don't get a work permit for him, I'm going to try to sell him and hope for the best. Let's see, can I apply for it now? No, 37 days before I can apply it again. So, but... let's yeah, I just had one more thing to say before we run into this episode, and that is, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It will help me out a lot. Now let's get on with this tactical meeting. Let's see what kind of players we can use in this game against Oldham. Bojang is back, but the question is, he's got some fitness problem. He should only be playing for 45 minutes. So I'm wondering, what position should I take away then? Indiana? Afoka? I think we're going to go with Afoka. Let's take away Afoka. But at the same time, do we have somebody that can cover us on the right? Yeah, we have Indiana who can cover us there, and we're going to play with Bojang at the start and change him out after 45 minutes. And let's see what we can do about this. Marriott, Akinwale is still not fit enough. I think I'm going to keep him out of the team for now. So let's give Jack Marriott another chance. He's played okay, and we've won the games now, so could be that his would be good to keep on. Paul Bunda, I think we're going to keep him on. Or maybe we should go with Saka anyway. Yeah, half a star more, because Neil Moore is still out. Here we have him. He's out for another 2 weeks. So if we reach the playoff, he might be back. I'm actually thinking maybe I should start with Corey Andrews and make Proser come in. Why is he only 2 stars at the moment? Oh well. Let's start with Corey Andrews and bring Chris Proser in the second half. What's this? Yellow card on Jude Russell. Yeah, another one of those part-time was this one. Oliver Newton. Another one that I feel hasn't developed, even though I thought he had a very high potential looking at this especially. I think it's one of those that we have signed from a Premier League team when they left the under 23, so to speak. So another one of those that can become a good player, I guess, but hasn't been given the opportunity because he's been on a part-time contract. So let's get on and let's get into this game. Let's see if we can actually win this one. Let's go to match. Feel that I have talked away a couple of minutes of this episode already, so let's move a bit quicker to get into this episode. I'm going to pump my fist and let's do it for the fans. Fans that I hope will be a whole lot more if we reach League One. I'm also hoping for more sponsorship and stuff like that if we manage to get promoted. Close one from Oldham. Feels like this is going to be a tough game. Morton to Russell to Adshead, shoots, he scores! Daniel Adshead scores. Brilliant. And we're there. We have scored. Look at this. Morton on the right side here, passing Jude Russell, who passes to Adshead, who just lays it up and puts it away. Just perfect. Completely out of reach for the goalkeeper. And there we go. Another one. So 80 points if we win this one, which keep us 1 point after Tranmere, even when they have 1 game more play than we have. So yeah, if we just can keep those 3-pointers coming, we can secure a second position anytime soon. Ooh, Terenzi gets the ball away there. Oldham is playing good. They have actually, I felt that they have been playing better and getting more chances. But we have scored the goals so far. So let's hope that we can continue. Especially let's hope that Toby Egan, are one of our really star players, keep doing a good job between the posts, and maybe he can keep a clean sheet today. That would really help us out. Terenzi with a throw-in. Magholma to Terenzi. Tries to reach. He reaches, but Andrews is not quick there. If he started running once the ball went past him, he would have been first on that ball, and he would have had a great opportunity to score. But yeah, he's sort of got frozen there. Chaka just hoisting it away, not very good. Good try to pass the ball there. Here they come. Is that a penalty? No. Marriott with the ball to Andrews. Andrews run. Here he comes. Can he shoot? Yes, he does. And oh, outside. Whew. Come on. 1-0 lead is not a strong lead, so we need something to happen. Here they come. Oldham with a perfect opportunity, but Toby Egan is there, saving us again. And he's been playing good today. Let's hope he can continue that for the entire game. And it's the same situation again. Terenzi is not good in those headings. Oh, ooh! They hit the bar there. We were lucky there. And, yeah. I guess, Corey Andrews, you're going to be taken out in the second half to see if Proser can do a better job. Too bad that both Moore and Proser have signed new contracts with Manchester United. I was hoping that they would release them, but I guess they played so good for us down here and they've trained very well with us as well. I've been having to praise them every week for their training efforts, so yeah. I'm going to actually start by doing that before we go into the dressing room. I'm going to take Corey Andrews out and Proser will come in. I'm going to pump my fists and I'm going to say we are capable of much better. And then we start the second half. Chris Proser coming in for Corey Andrews. And the question is this the last season that we will fight with Corey Andrews? Has Corey Andrews done his part for Manchester for Manchester United, for Welling United, or will there be more to come? I think we're going to take out Ismail Bojang. We should consider his fitness level, so in with Sam there. Let's see what happens now, what we can do. But here the Oldham comes again. Oh, Oldham is dangerous. They're not giving up, which I understand. It's only one goal. And Chris Proser, you'll run away. Here we go. Here we go. Chris Proser. He scores! A beautiful strike by Chris Proser. And it's 2-0 for Welling United. Excellent. Let's hope that seals for another three-pointer, which would be great. Good pass by Marriott. Marriott has been playing quite well as well. So, yeah. Could be a problem for Akinwale to come back into the team, perhaps. We'll just have to wait and see. But this is interesting. Very, very interesting. And maybe Tyler Morton should be taken out as well and give Indiana the opportunity, or maybe we should save who I believe is our best player, Adset. I think he's the real deal in the center of the midfield. Our answer to Roy Keane, or whatever you want to say. He's really good there as a central midfielder. And yeah, here's Marriott. No, he loses the ball, and this could be dangerous, but Wiggett is there. Proser on the run, but the goalkeeper has that one. No worries for them. 20 minutes to go. 2-0 for Welling United away against Oldham. Oldham, that I know, what I know is a suburb to Manchester, and or let's say Proser here now, and the club that, if I'm not mistaken, the club that Sir Alex Ferguson bought Dennis Irwin from. So yeah, interesting. Here's Gray, Maghoma, and no, Chaka. No, nothing comes to that of that. I'm so old that I remember Oldham playing in the highest division. I don't remember though if it was the Premier League when they played there or if it was pre-Premier League, but I remember them playing in the highest division. So that's how old I am. And yeah, now they're down to League 2. A sorry story, one should say. Egan hoisting the ball up towards Marriott, but no, that doesn't reach him. Come on, don't let them score here, because then they still have the opportunity to have an equalizer. I don't want them to get anything out. Wiggett has been quite good today. I think I've seen him do quite some clearance for us today, so that's very nice. Thomas Maghoma, can he put it to Proser there? Yes, but he probably was offside there though. No, it did not. The whistle did not blow, so yeah, he wasn't offside. Come on. Now I don't think they can do 2 goals, so we're going to get another 3-pointer. That feels great. And I guess I'll just see you in the next game. And so we're here. Time for another game. It's time for the postponed game against Plymouth Argyle. So let's hope for a win here and we can surpass Tranmere. Now we're still way off Chesterfield, and Chesterfield pretty much needs to lose the 3 games that they have left, and we need to win the 3 games that we have left after, or the 4 games we have left, I should say, in order to catch them. I know we're going to play Chesterfield as well in our schedule. I think it was on home turf. Yes, Chesterfield at home. And yeah, so of course there is a small chance that we can get there, but it's going to be tough. And yeah, as I said, I think the age of Corey Andrews might be over. I shouldn't say it really, but I think I'm going to be putting him outside of the team and give Victor Akinwale the opportunity to be on the bench this time. Bojang still has a fitness issue. So yeah. Other than that, I don't see anything more that I can do. Neil Moore is still injured and expected to be back in 6 days, so he will most likely miss out on the Chesterfield game. Would be a miracle if he is fit enough to play that game, but this is the team I'm going to use today, so let's get on with it, and let's see if we can get another 3-pointer here, and if Chris Proser can give us that up front, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Let's keep this running. Let's kick off. Let's skip that one and let's get the game to start. Plymouth Argyle at home. Plymouth, who are in the 17th position, so way down in the table. So it would be a surprise if they managed to beat us, but it's happened before, so never say never. But of course I'm hoping that we will be the team that stands with 3 points after this game. But here comes Plymouth. Butler to Brownie to Sharpin. He finds, but wasn't he offside? Oh, he must have been offside. Please. No, it doesn't look like it. Crap. I felt that he was offside in that situation, but I guess it took such a long time for the pass. I still feel that he was offside. How could he not be offside in that situation? Strange, but yeah. I guess we're gonna have to live with that. Let's do what they tell me to do there, or expect me to do. And it feels like Plymouth is really playing good today. This isn't good. Xhaka, Proser, but Proser didn't get... Proser gets the ball later on, and here's Morton, here's Russell. Russell can't get the ball in though, gets it, Morton brings it back, Russell gets it in this time, and Proser with a header. Proser with the header. There's the corner for us, Adsaid. And, ooh, another header by Proser. And, yeah, that unfortunately didn't go in. So let's see if we can continue. Here we come again. Maybe we can take over the game more and more now. As I've said before, we rarely start the game very good. Most of the time we work ourselves into the game, and there's Proser! Chris Proser with the equaliser. After 33 minutes, it's all square again, and we can continue to try and get that winner. Adsaid with a long crossing ball there to Terenzi, to Bojang, and gets it into Proser, who scores. It's so sad that we can't get Proser. He would have been terrific in the next seasons, wherever we end up. If we manage to... Proser is way too free there, so he was offside, yes. Wherever we end up, if it's the League 1 or League 2 next season we're going to play in, he would have been a terrific striker for us. He might even have been somebody that could take over the scoring abilities of... There's Tyler Morton, makes it 2-1. We've turned this around. Marvelous. This is just perfect. And if this continues, we will actually be playing 5 games in this episode, so that we get that last one out of the way as well, and we could be a League 1 team after this episode. That is remarkable, and I really hope that we will get some sponsorship and stuff like that. If we manage to get promoted from League 2 to League 1, I feel that it would be strange if we didn't get any commercial breaks. We've been on the same sponsorship deals that we have when we started down in Vanarama League South. We have climbed 2 divisions since then, and might climb a 3rd time now. So yeah, I feel it's a bit of a shame if we don't get that. Let's do some changes into the team here now. Bojang, of course, being very, very tired. Jack Marriott being tired. So let's put in Victor Akinwale as well. And yeah, let's see what the last 10 minutes can give us. If it gives us the 3 points, or if Plymouth is going to come back yet again. 5 minutes of added time, 5 nervous minutes that I'm hoping will run away, and it looks like it, and it looks like we're getting another 3-pointer. Another 3-pointer. And yeah, terrific. Very well played by my lads. Very, very good to come back from that. And let's I'll just see you in the next game. And so we're here for the next game, which is against Forest Green. Now, I have a dilemma. The thing is, yes, Chesterfield is going to play Hartlepool and most likely win that game, which brings them up to 91 points. We can get 92 if we win the 3 games that we have left. The next game we're going to play is against Chesterfield, which is in about 2 or 3 days after this game, which make me wonder, should I take the risk to put in a little substandard team against Forest Green and hope for a win there so that I can use my very best players against Chesterfield? Or should I just play with the best team and make sure that when we win, if we win this game, we are ready to get promoted? So should I just aim for that instead? It would be a horrible thing if I use a substandard team here against Forest Green to rest the best players and we lose against them, then use my best players against Chesterfield and lose that game, and then in the very last game we can sort of fall out of the promotional situation and end up getting to the playoffs. So I don't really know how to do this, but let's move on to the game and see what we can do, how tired our players is and everything. I mean, Saka should be rested, so I'm going to do that. Wiggett can play, but at the same time, I would love to have rested him as well. But yeah, I can't do everything. Ismail is still not fit to play, really. So let's start with Sam today and bring on Bojang then to see if that will help anything. Adshead, at the moment, he's not jaded, but he's been jaded a couple of times now. Let's hope that he can... They're all green. They're all looking really nice in the way to be able to play it. So I think I'm going to risk it to have a tired team against Chesterfield. We have taken out Saka, who will come back if Moore isn't good enough to play. So yeah, let's do this. And I think we're going to have to making some changes in half time or something like that. I know that Adshead cannot play the entire game because he's definitely not going to be playing in the game against Chesterfield if he plays for 90 minutes here today. Because he's not going to be okay to play in that game. But let's hope that we can get a 3-pointer here. But here we go again. Forest Green seems to start better than us. But here we go. Prosa, Adshead moving up with the ball. Oh! They steal it back and Wiggett is there again. Wiggett has really been playing better and better, I think. I'm looking forward to, now that he's signed a new 3-year contract, I have high hopes that he will continue to develop and be a real centre defender that can stand for... Okay, it's a penalty for them. Let's not get Terenzi sent off. Now he gets a yellow card. At least that's something to be happy about. Here's the penalty, and Egan! Toby Egan is there again. Toby Egan saves that penalty as well. What a goalkeeper we have in Toby Egan. He's really been goal for us. And yeah, I don't know what to say. He's been really, really good. And I think he can be a good goalkeeper in League One if we reach that as well. So there's no danger. I'm not going to be putting him out of the team, that's for sure. The next season, it's got to be a really special goalkeeper if we going to take out Toby Egan next season, wherever we play, whether it's League 2 or it's League 1. Chesterfield still hasn't scored on Hartlepool, which is comforting, I should say. But we need to score here as well, or it's over and out anyway. So here's Morton, Russell, Adshead. Adshead gets it in, Proser is there, and we score! No, it's in offside. It's offside. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. And we can see here that he's clearly offside. He just doesn't go back enough. But with having the ball in the net, which should be something that we should be proud of or whatever. Now the sad thing is that looking at Daniel Adshead, we really need to take him off for the second half because we want him to be fresh for the Chesterfield game. Oh, but no! If we lose this game, it doesn't matter. Crap. This is not good. Now, if we're down when it's half time, I'm going to be furious with my players. They're going to get I'm going to point some fingers. Come on, you. Why? Point fingers. I'm going to throw my water. I'm far from pleased. Don't care. You need to get going here now. I'm going to change some. I'm going to raise the tempo. I'm going to get that title marking and get stuck in. Now I know we risk some red cards and we risk going out of everything here, but I need this. We need to score. But here they come and we get that one away, but they still keep a hold on the ball and they get that one in, but it's been offside, so that's good. But we need to play better. We are having we're really struggling here today, which I don't like. But I think we're going to be doing something. Jack Marriott is going to come off, Akinwale coming in, Morton going off, and Indiana coming on, and I guess we're going to have to take him off as well, and Macaulay Gray is going to get to play there. Yeah, let's change this to attacking as well. Come on, come on, we're better than them. More than all that is holy. I hate it when this happens. I think we have something around 15 games where we are unbeaten. And now we're playing a team in the bottom of the division, and they are all of a sudden stopping us from continuing that good form, which is really, really annoying. Demand more from my players. It's still them. They have everything. We can't even win the ball back. This is horrific. We are really playing bad today. And we get a red card as well. Indiana is out. Well, thank you very much. We can't use you in the next game either, so that's horrible. And Sam Thomas being injured. So yeah, not much we can do now. I'm not allowed to change any more players, so we are not going to be able to get Bojang in either, so we lose. So Chesterfield has won the division. There's nothing we can do about that now, but we still have to fight in order to get promoted, which is extremely irritating. I'm far from pleased with that result. We were supposed to be finished, and now Chesterfield has won the division. We can't do anything about it. Only 6 points, so we can only end up on 89 points. So it's absolutely no way we can get ourselves up to Chesterfield. But as I said, we're still going to have to struggle because we have to do something about them Otherwise, we risk going down to playoff. Oh, this is going to be scary. But I'll guess I'll just see you in the next game. And so we're here. Time for the game against Chesterfield. And unfortunately, it's not a game that can bring us to the trophy, but something that can, if we lose, bring us down to the playoff situation. So yeah, it's still a very important game, but not in the way that we were hoping for. So let's see which player we can use and can't use. Because look at the midfield here, resting. All of them are in need of a rest except for Sam Thomas, who are injured, and Indiana. Oh crap! You know what? We're gonna try to give James the opportunity today. He hasn't played in a long time, but still he's gonna get the opportunity. We're gonna get my colleague Gray there. McHolmer can't play. Indiana can't play. Let's see. What type of players do we... I think we're going to put someone else in for that one. Let's just see. It looks like we're going to be using Neil Moore instead of Bonder, I guess. And yeah, was there anybody else I'm thinking I should be playing with today? No, it doesn't look like it. None of them are very good. There is Marks Muir, but I think that it will be good enough with this team, many of them. But I want somebody else for Paris, and that's the problem. Who do we bring in for that one? Let's see, Callum Whelan, and bring Mike Homer on the bench instead of him. And Sam Thomas should not be on the bench, so who do we bring on instead of him then? That's the big question. Corey Andrews, perhaps? Let's do that. Yeah, we are a bit weak today. A couple of injuries and a couple of players that just hasn't been... that really isn't good enough. And yeah, by the way, I did the when I praised the players that have trained well and so on, look at how Luke Collins all of a sudden has trained now that we've become a professional club. Still has a long way to reach his potential, but yeah, maybe he can reach it. He's still only 19, so you still have a small chance of getting a lot better, but yeah, the question is if he'll ever get anywhere near that star rating. And it's my fault for keeping him as a part-time, having him on a part-time contract. I should have signed a full-time contract so he could continue to develop, but yeah, what's done is done. Oh, we have a Fuka. I really do want a Fuka to be somewhere in the team. Let's see. I don't want to use him in any of those situations, so let's bring him up and see anyone here that he can push out for now. Yes, Alfie. And then we're going to bring him in instead of, yeah, McHolmer, since we can't have two central midfielders there, which are in need of a rest. After this game, we have an entire week of just training before we get to the very last game of this season. But yeah, still we want something out of this game, and yeah, it's going to be tough. Let's see here. All of those might be struggling, but let's move on. It's going to be interesting to see if Ian James can do something, or if I should have continued with Oscar Terenzi. Let's kick off this game. And it's going to be a nervous game because we don't want to end up in playoff now that the situation is like it is. We've been so close to reaching a promotion for so long. And now we want to... Oh, Pro stand. Oh, it's in! Jack Marriott makes it 1-0 for Welling. Let's hope that they are using a lot of reserve players, so that's why they... and that they won't be able to come back so that we can win this. That would be great. So yeah, certainly. But here they come. Potts with a free kick, and Clark is there, but Egan, or was it over? It was over because it's a goal kick. So we're taking the lead. This is going to be a nervous game, but if we win this game, we have gained promotion to League One. The Wings have flown all the way from Vanarama League South to League One in my 6 seasons as a manager for them. And that would be brilliant. Starting the 7th season in League One would be absolutely tremendous. Here's Jack Marriott. Oh! Maguire? It's not Harry Maguire, is it? They're not taking him down so far. Yes, Wiggett, and Wiggett! Charlie Wiggett makes it 2-0. Incredible. But as I said, it could be because they are already champions of this division that they don't really care about this game anymore. Maybe they're doing like I like to do in these situations that they are in, but I use a lot of young players to give them playtime and stuff like that. Maybe that's what's happening in Chesterfield. And we have 2-0. And as I said, a win here and we are secured for promotion to League One. Incredible. I don't know if we're ready for League One. And it's going to be interesting to see if we are ready for League One. Going to the dressing room, I'm going to pump my fist. And I'm going to go with the recommendation. And let's get this second half on the way. They are making some changes though. Let's hope that that doesn't give them a better play. Here's Proser. That pass was not very good. Here's Morton to Gray. Gray to Newton. Newton finds Morton again, or no, he doesn't. Maguire gets it, but Newton gets it, and it's into. Oh, Morton was there. Back to Newton. Newton to Proser, and Proser. Oh, he hits it over. So far, we are in control of the game, I feel. We've been the better team for all of the 50 minutes. And, yeah, Thornton is very tired, so he's going to come off. And Afuka is going to come on. And you know what? We're going to go with substitution and substitution in the entire attack. And, yeah, let's hope that we can continue to keep this lead, and then we have secured a player. We can't lose 30 goals, which we have in goal difference to Accrington Stanley, but we're not going to be recognized as promoted until we get another point, or until the season is over, since they do have a theoretical chance. They just have to win. We have to lose by 15 goals and they have to win by 15 goals, and then if we win today, that is, and it looks like we're going to do. And Bojang, and he goes down in the penalty area, and only minutes to go here, and this should be safe now. Should be 3 points. Here's Andrews finding into Akinwale, I mean. Afuka was there as well, but yeah. Interesting. I wonder how many spectators do we have in the game, or attendance. It looks like it's pretty full. And Akinwale scores! Number 3 as well. And we beat the champions. And we should be promoted now. There should not be any chance at all. Bojang with a good pass to Akinwale, and Akinwale just put that one in. Superb. And I'm very happy. 3,039 attendance here today, which makes me happy. 3,000 attendance is a good result, and as I said, we are ready for promotion, so we're going to play that last game as well, so I'll just see you there. And so we're here, the last game of the season. We are going to get promoted here. That's already done. The question is, will we end up in second position or in third position? Yeah, I mean, Accrington Stanley could theoretically surpass us, but we have 31 goals higher in goal difference, which it gives me so much confidence that we are not going to lose out on promotion position, even if we were beaten badly by Wigan. So the question is, though, how, if I can find out, I'm going to do this. Let's see, how are we going to find this out? Let's see, is there rules? Doesn't say anything. Yeah, that's prize money. We will get 11,000 if we end up in second position and 5.5. So that's half if we lose that second position. So of course we want to get to that second, but we want to keep that second position. £5,500 is still £5,500, especially when we're bleeding like we're doing. Oh, only 5.5 mean, but we're in the second of my last season, this season, but last month. How about last month? Is there any way to see how last month ended up? It doesn't seem like it is, because we're really bleeding. We're losing extreme amount of money every month, which is, of course, yeah, income was 149 and expenditures, I mean, we were losing £200,000 last month as well. So it's going to eat up our money quite quickly if we don't get any control of that, that's for sure. And the greatest way to get control of this is if we can get something better out of this. And it's the main kit is running out this year. So hopefully we can get something that is a lot better than that, and maybe even get another couple of sponsors. That would be great. But let's get into that last game of the season, and let's see which players we can use and can't use. We can see that Oliver Newton is injured, so Hugh Russell is going to come back into the team. Tyler Morton, we're just going to see who we're going to put on that right defense position. Is there anyone we can place there? So do we have any right defenders? No, it does not look like it. Harry Brithwithel is out. We've gotten rid of him. Xavier Bartel, who we just tried to get a work permit again, failed, unfortunately. I don't know if there's any special way to try and get that, but we need to lend him out. I think he's contracted to 28, and I don't think there's any way we're going to get him sold, so I guess we're going to have to try and get him lent out and see if there's any way for him to get into the team after that. Yeah, other than that, I guess we're just going to have to let his contract run out. This is another player that I'm very sad about, that he can't get a working permit. He's training well, exceptionally well, I think, every week out and week in, and still he can't get, and he looks like could be a really good player. So no right defender. So we do have Neil Moore that can take that right position if things end up in a bad way. So let's give Oscar Torrensi the opportunity to be on the bench. Saka should not be on the bench, looking at his shape. So I'm actually thinking maybe Marcus Muir. He hasn't been given the opportunity this season. He was one of the players that I really believed in when I signed him for many years ago, and he played 2 seasons in the National League. He played very well down there, but he didn't really fitted into the League 2 so far. So, and it doesn't look like he's training that good, but it could at the same time be because he's not getting any games in the first team. So maybe today we'll change that in some way. We should keep an eye on Morton. And we do have Adshead back. So he will be back. And we have Macoma back. So he will be back as well. So we have a strong central midfield again to line up here against Wigan. Wigan are in the 17th position in this division. Wigan, who for not very long ago played in the Premier League. That's another horrible story about Wigan falling like they have. Even quicker than Oldham. Oldham did take a couple of years to get down here, but yeah, they've managed to do it quite quick, Wigan. So let's play with this team and hope for the best. And yeah, we are going to get promoted, but we want to keep that 2nd position as well. So let's hope for a 3-pointer, or at least no, we need a 3-pointer to keep the 2nd position, if I'm not wrong. So let's go. We can't go with finish this off. Yes, let's kick off. Let's skip that one. And yeah, they're only 1 point after us, Tranmere. So we need to win to end up in that 2nd position, unless Tranmere loses or something. And we don't want to put our faith into any other team. We want to do it ourselves. So yeah, let's see what we can do. And Accrington Stanley is facing Stockport County, which means that they really should be winning their game as well. Yeah. Jack Marriott has picked up a knock, so I'm going to take him off and let Victor Akinwale come in. And because I don't want him to be injured for a long period of time. I think maybe Jack Marriott, there is a chance if he gets a serious injury that he will end his career, because I think he's 33 or something like that. So yeah, here's James. And here's Bojang. Bojang keeps going with the ball. Here's James, gets it into Akinwale. Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Could have been a great goal, but it wasn't. And let's see what's happening here. Still no goals, and no goals in the Tranmere games either. So that's a small comfort. But yeah, let's go with the assistants, and most of them are actually motivated. Now, they wanted me to not have Charlie Wiggett as a regular starter. They wanted me to put him as a fringe player, but I don't want to put him as a fringe player. He's, in my book, he is and will be the stability in the back, the central defender that's going to be our powerhouse, even in the next division. I'm hoping. But I also know that it's going to be a tough season next season, especially because it's going to be hard to find players to join us. We are a small club playing in League One next season, which of course is going to give us some problems. So yeah, it will not be the easiest of tasks to try and get somewhere. I'm just hoping that we can fight our way to stay in that division though. And Wigan is getting a penalty. This is not good. Can Egan save it again? Or is it over? It's over. We're going to lose this game. I feel that we don't have the power to come back here, which is a shame. I'm going to try and shout at them, say that I demand more, but the chances is that this not going to help. Let's just see if we can do max out the tempo, max out that one, and see what we can do. I don't think it's going to help though, but yeah, we need to try something because we don't want to end up. But Tranmere looking like they could lose their game as well. Did they lose their game? That's something that we're going to have to see afterwards. We did lose this game, which was not good at all. Let's do like that. Let's continue. Let's have a look at the league table here at the end. And we end up in second position. Tranmere loses their game as well, which help us getting that second position in the division. And we end up with 11,000 in prize money. Not a lot of money, but yeah, we get promoted, which is could hopefully be a good thing. I'm not going to say that it's going to be a good thing, because I am afraid that if we can't fight to stay in that division, there is a big chance that the board is going to fire me. It doesn't matter that I've done this incredible thing, bringing them up to League One. If I go out of League One now, I'm most likely going to get fired. They are not going to be satisfied with that I go up in the other direction. Certainly not. So, yeah. But we are promoted. That's important and interesting. Jack Marriott is out for about 4 weeks. He wasn't 33, he was 31, so yeah. And the board have set a wage budget for 55,000 per week and a transfer budget for 1.17 million. But it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me at all. Looking at the finances now, we are way beneath the wage budget. We were way beneath the previous wage budget as well, which was 46, I think it was. And we're still bleeding. We're still losing extreme amount of money. So it doesn't really matter that we get a higher wage budget. Sure, we can sign players, but that's going to make us bleed even more. So I'm going to have to try and get that sorted out, that we stop bleeding as much money as we do. And one of the things would, of course, be if we can get some good sponsoring money and stuff like that. But, yep, that's going to be hard. Trollbear leads Welling United to promotion. Yes, I have. And the board is delighted with unexpected promotion. Yeah, we were all unexpecting. We were not expecting this, none of us. I wasn't. So that's interesting. And I don't care about that. We're going on holiday now. Welling United manager slams. Yes, I did. They played horrible in that last game against Wigan. And I think I'm just going to go to the summary of the season, yes. And I will see you there. And so we're here, end of season review, 2025 season. Well, it's 2025-26 season, so yeah, new arrivals. Who did we sign for this season? We lent Proso and Moore, and they played very well for us. We bought Marriott, and we bought a couple of players here, and none of them have played extremely well, but I guess loads of players hasn't been playing at all. It surprises me Daniel Adshead has not been playing better. 6.78. I thought he was a lot better. Even Indiana has played better than him. That's weird. And Paul Bonder as well. So very interesting. And transfers out. Loads of players leaving. Teddy Perkins being one of them. Yeah. But of course the big name to leave was Ash McHarry, which we got £1.5 million for, and Eddie Petrie, of course. He was also a player with a good name, with a big name, that managed to do so much for us, and he's actually been given one substitution in Brentford, and he's played 6.5, so he hasn't played well there. Man Mikkelsen left us as well. We tried to lend him out, and we tried to get some, what should we call it? We tried to get a work permit for him, but we never could, unfortunately. I think he would have been a really good right winger for us. And then we had a bunch of those signings under 23 that was kicked out of a lot of the under 23, like Mike Marlowe, Carl Coleman, Steve Barnes, Kyle Armstrong, Neil Flahaven. They were all players that I brought in from teams that just released under 23, and they were all sold for 1 million or more, which was, except for Kyle. But I wonder if Kyle was somebody that I brought in that way. I don't really remember that, but all the others were. Carl Coleman has not been able to get some play time in Bournemouth. Maybe we should put him on our shortlist to see if we can get him back someday. He's been playing a lot in the reserves. He hasn't been playing very good in the reserves either. So, yeah. That could be a mistake from them. Lent out loads of players we've been lending out, but none of them has been 7 or higher in average rating, which has been a disappointment. So let's go on to the season results. We have the league where we end up in the second position. We got £10,089 for that position, which was interesting. Chesterfield being the champions, Tranmere joining us, and then there is the playoffs, which we don't know, going to, and Stockport County that joined us 2 years ago going up to League 2 goes out again, and Fulda joins them in the way out of this competition. Board expectation was that I would try to get some mid-table, and ended up in the second position was, of course, a tremendous thing. We haven't had an average home attendance of 2,246, which was very, very low. And I guess could it be that 40% that it's been 40% sold out? I should guess that it is that. Competition top goal scorer was Corey Andrews, 17 goals in the league. And the board gives me an A+, of course. The board are delighted that the team won promotion from the League 2 this season. Then we went to the FA Cup and we played 2 games. We beat out Hartlepool and we lost against Milton Keynes Dons, and we were out of that competition. The board, well, we reached I think we reached the second round. Not that the second round, yes. So we don't know the pre-qualifications. We don't know where we really jump in. So final position says here as well, of course. Second round. And Corey Andrews winning the goal scoring league there as well. So we did manage to get where the board wanted us to go. So we get a C there. pleased with our team reaching the second round. Carabao Cup, be competitive. We reached the second round there as well, beating out Charlton, but going out against Villa, which was a bit sad that we went out there. But C+, the board were delighted to reach the second round of that one as well. And Corey Andrews and Victor Akinwale both on 1 goal. So, and then we have Papa John's Trophy, reach second round minimum, and we reached Southern Section second round. So, yeah, we did reach where they wanted us to go. We went out of the group. We did go through in the group, even though we lost against a team that was supposed to be our the team that we should have the greatest chance of beating. And then we win against Ipswich and Tottenham under 23 and go through, and we go out against Walsall. So the board is probably pleased with that as well, that we came as we did there. Chris Proser making 2 goals in that and winning our internal goal scoring in that competition. C, the board gives us a C there for reaching the second round in that one. So yeah. Let's move on. Moments to remember. The biggest win. We did a 6-1 away win against Notts County. That was nice. Match to remember was the 4-1 victory over Northampton. And goal of the season was Adshead's. Welling United central midfielder Adshead showing his class by scoring a curling shot from 22 meters. And then we go to the finances. We can see here the club reputation. We have raised it by half a star. The club reputation has not changed over the past season. Of course it has. It says previous and current. Are you nuts? We haven't raised it a lot, but half a star, god dang it. That's not so bad. Sponsorship deals. No new sponsorship deals. That's most notable deals. No new sponsorship deals this year, which is tremendously annoying that we can't get it. I mean, we should be getting a few, 5 or 10 different small sponsorships. I mean, it wouldn't matter if they gave us £5,000 or something for a season or something. We just should be getting some from some local shops and stuff like that. This is ridiculous, the low amount of money that we get in. £26,000 a season. So, yeah. Broadcast revenue, 270,000. And we managed to get 319,000 last season. But that was I think it was because we had a very good FA Cup run that season. So corporate and hospitality, we went up about 10,000. And competition prize money, we lose a lot of that one because we went in for 241,000 last season when we had that giant killer season. Oh crap. And we only get 74,000 in prize money this season. Interesting. Match day commercial and retail, 243,000. Last season we only had 186,000. So going good there. Total merchandise sale, £25,000. Non-domestic sales amount to 2,500 of this total. 413 shirts sold. The following players' shirts sold particularly well. It was Adshead, it was Andrews, it was Marriott, Akinwale, and McHomer. So, yeah. Missing out on Toby Egan, who was our... saved us so many times, but yeah. How you lined up? Let's see at this. Let's have a look at this one then. Toby Egan in goal. Russell, Wiggett, Chaka, Armstrong, McHarry, Adshead, Maghomer, Morton, and Akinwale and Proser up front. And yeah, I guess that's just the way it is. Toby Egan, 7.04. He was a very important player for us this season, and he has a lot to do with the reason that we are going to play League One football next season. So the Acolytes, we have manager awards. Yeah, doesn't say anything. This is weird. 50. Why doesn't it? Did I not win a single month? Did I not become the manager of the month one single month? That's actually an achievement, that as well, to be honest. Players Award though, Club Awards, Corey Andrews, the Fans Player of the Year, Young Player of the Season, Victor Akinwale, Signing of the Season, Macaulay Gray, Goal of the Season, Daniel Adshead, Top Goal Scorer, Corey Andrews with 22 goals, Most Assists, Paris Maghoma with 11, and Most Player of the Match, Toby Egan with 6 times. Highest average rating was actually Corey Andrews with 7.1, and most passes completed per 90 minutes was Daniel Adshead with 40. That's interesting. Competition awards, Skybet League 2 Player of the Season was Corey Andrews. Interesting. And top goal scorer was Corey Andrews. What, really? All right. And then record breaker, most goals by a player in a league match, Corey Andrews scoring 4 goals in one game. Highest pay, transfer fee pay, was Sam Thomas, which I paid almost 600,000. I think that was the mistake, that I didn't read that he was going to cost money, even though I only had to sign a contract with him because of some weird clause or something like that. Highest transfer received, though, was Ash McHarry for £1.5 million, which was very, very good. Even though, I don't know, maybe he can become a Premier League player, and then £1.5 million ain't that much money. But for us being here down here in League Two, £1.5 million was way too much for us to try and keep him. And the season is over. And yeah, I'll just have to do what I have to do now, play out this preseason stuff and everything, end this season first, of course, and maybe, just maybe, let's have a look at if that is done. For once, we should actually try and see. No, it's not. So maybe I should be, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do, we're going to go into Manchester United, because I think they played in that, I don't know if they're still there, but I think they played in the Champions League, right? No, they played in the Europa League again. No, they went out of the Champions League, so that's why. Now we're in the Champions League, and we're going to have a look at the final. We're not in the final just yet. What I was... we can't see the tree. Let's go into the first knockout round. Let's see here. What I am thinking I should do here is I'll play on until the Champions League final has been played. Without, I will cut it out, this in between here, and I will do a summary of some of the top teams in Europe and the top competitions. So I'll just see you there then. And so this is the FA Cup, not the FA, sorry. This is the UEFA Champions League final, where Manchester City won against Barcelona with 2-1 after a goal from Erling Haaland, amongst others. Interesting, right? So he's signed for City in this game. Let's see how long he's been there. He's been there quite a while now. It's in the 22-23 season. The season that, oh, they actually bought him right at the same time as Manchester City bought him in the real life then. That's interesting. Another championship or football manager coming through thing. Let's hope that it doesn't give City their Champions League trophy though. I'm sorry to all of you that cheers for Manchester City, but being a Manchester United supporter, of course I don't want City to win. Stuff like that. I don't hate City, I just don't want them to win. So let's see, last season it was Atletico Madrid that beat Chelsea in the final. Season before that, Liverpool beating Barcelona again. Season before that, City beating Liverpool. Season before that, Liverpool beating City. And the season before that, the very first season we played, Real Madrid beating Paris Saint-Germain. So that was that competition. Let's see, can we go down here? Yes, UEFA Europa League. And the current season, Hertha beating Arsenal in the final. Last year, Rangers beating Lille. The year before that, Arsenal beating Chelsea. Year before that, United beating PSV. And the year before that, Milan beating Chelsea. And the first season we played here, Arsenal beat Leicester in that final. Interesting. Let's go one down again. The UEFA Europa Conference League, which was won by Roma on penalties against Wolves this season. Last season was Southampton against Leverkusen, and Southampton won it. And before that, Feyenoord beating Roma. Before that, Sporting beating Chelsea. Real Madrid beating Victoria in the very first season. And I guess UEFA Super Cup, well, that's not very important or interesting, to be honest. Let's just move along. That was interesting, though, for me. 5-1 for United against Manchester City. That was interesting. Like that, and I don't think we... Now we come into the youth leagues. So now we go to Inbox and Leagues in Focus. This is how it ended in the top leagues in Europe. We're going to go into the Bundesliga and so on here later on. Let's start in the Premier League, where Liverpool were crowned champions. Let's go into the Premier League. Just to see who has won them. I want to do this every end of the year from now on, so we don't have to go back like we are going to do here. But Liverpool winning this year with some interesting teams after that. Let's see, last season City won it. United has won the league the 23-24 season. City won it before that. And City won it before that. And Liverpool won the very first season. So that was the Premier League. Let's see. We're not going to go back in all the others. We're going to see Real Madrid winning the La Liga and Juventus winning the Serie A. We have Flamengo winning the Brazilian League. And I'm pretty sure that Bayern won this league. Yes, they did. Have they won it all? Every single time. Yes. That's also a way to do it. Let's get back here, and we have the Dutch League, which ended with Ajax as the champions. And let's see, do we have any other League One in France? Of course, to see if Paris, they won it. Have they won it every single year? Yes. But they haven't won the Champions League yet, which is interesting to see. Liga NOS, what's that? Where's the Portuguese league? Won by Benfica, actually. So we've done all of those. Let's get into what do we say? We're going to get to the FA Cup. So we can get into our competitions here now, and the FA Cup, where we can see Manchester United won the FA Cup against West Ham. Interesting to see. And we have the Carabao Cup, which was won by Chelsea on penalties against Manchester United. Interesting as well. I think we've gone through everything there. Maybe have a look at the players that are in Manchester United at the moment. Diego Dalot, Anel, which I have signed in my United save as well. Interesting. Marcus Rashford is still there. Mason Greenwood is still there. Mason Greenwood, that seems to be out of a career in real life. Yeah, sometimes fame goes to their heads. David De Gea is still in the club, but 35 years of age, he is not in the first team anymore. Harry Maguire is still here, but he is now 33 and on decline. So, yeah. Interesting. James Garner is still being lent out season after season. He's 25 years of age now. And look at this. He's been lent out every single season. Too bad for him. Donny van der Beek is lent out as well. Oh well. Anyway, that was a summary of this season, and as I said, I'm gonna do that from now on if I can remember it, because of course I can understand that you want to see how things ends in the top leagues in the world as well, and who's winning the Champions League and stuff like that. So now you know. And I hope you have enjoyed this season, and I hope I'll see you in the next season. Stay safe out there in this dangerous world, and have fun, loads of fun I hope. And I'll just end with bye 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 bye.